CeeDee, I posed the question to George. You guys offensively seem to be a different team on the road versus at home. Other than home field advantage, what do you feel might play into that, and kind of how can you translate that when you go back on the road?
I actually prefer playing on the road. Granted, I love our fans and I love what they do for us, but I mean, your team is bonded more when y'all are away in enemy territory, and then all you have is each other. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we just got to lock in, man. We got to believe in one another. We got to believe in what's going on, and I mean that's from top down. We just got to expect everybody to do their jobs, hold everybody to the highest of standard, and I feel like when you do that, those things get done. One person's out of place, and the whole thing is ruined.
Do you recall a specific bonding moment from this past weekend in Denver?
No, because we lost. So, therefore, I wouldn't say that it was a bonding moment, and I felt like we were playing behind from the whole game. I might be right on that. So, not necessarily a bonding moment, but it was definitely a moment for us to learn from.
What did you learn from it, CeeDee?
We got to start fast. I mean, we can't shoot ourselves in the foot offensively, bro. Like, we understand who we are and the type of performance and the type of players that we have in this locker room to be able to be that dynamic and be that explosive, and we got to do that continuously, consistently, and man, we just got to put numbers up.
What's your sense of where this team is mentally and emotionally going into this last game of the first half?
We still willing to win. I feel like that was also the mantra going in, just win, no matter how it looks and no matter how, as a team, win as a team. And I feel like overall we haven't been able to do that consistently. We'll go one win, one loss, one win, one loss. We put a couple streaks together. I feel like then we'll get this thing going.
With that, I think you said, I don't have the exact quote after the game, like time's ticking or something to that effect.
Yeah.
When you're going back and forth like this, at this point you're about to head into the bye, is there an extra sense of urgency of like we have to turn the corner now?
You can't really, rush the process essentially. But I will say, like, as for us as a team, I know we all have the same mind. We all very understanding of what's going on in the situation that we're in. We're putting ourselves in it. So urgency, nah, that's always been that to win a couple games back to back and then continue on that road and understanding the feeling and adjusting and things of that nature, things that you got to do in the NFL. But I feel like we haven't done that yet. And we start here this weekend on Monday night with a win, bye week, and then come off the bye week ready to roll.
You talked about starting fast. What goes into starting fast in games? How do you do that?
Be aggressive, whether that's play calling, whether that's play style, whether that's lining up fast, whatever that looks like, make the defense uncomfortable. And I feel like once we do that from the beginning and make them play at our pace, that's how you start fast.
Earlier today.
Kyler's coming back from injury here. What are you expecting to see from him Monday night? Also in a place where he's never lost, 9-0 at AT&T Stadium.
That's my man. He's a dynamic player, great deep ball thrower. I'm expecting somebody to run a double move. I'm expecting him to come out and be aggressive in BK1. He's going to extend plays. He's going to try to manipulate the defense and put his guys in the best position. I hope we make him uncomfortable and he don't really just do what he normally does.
Do you see similarities in his game to Dak Prescott's game?
I don't compare my quarterbacks, but I don't. I really don't. But as far as the competitor, absolutely.
When you think back to your time with him, obviously at OU, what's the craziest thing, whether it's in a game or in a practice or otherwise, that you've ever seen him do?
We were losing to UT. We were losing to UT down like 21 in Dallas, and then we ended up losing that game, but we came back 21 in 8 minutes. So then after that, I understood the assignment. Then we proceeded to come to the AT&T Stadium and bust that.
Except this year.
We ain't talking about that.
CeeDee, you're obviously very close with George Pickens. He's a free agent after the season. Has your mind gone to the place of, hey, I want him to stay, I don't want him to leave, or where does your mind go about that?
What you think? I'm just asking questions.
Yeah. You want to come back?
Yeah, I absolutely want him to come back. That's my guy. That's my man. I feel like we've grown this bond in a matter of minutes, honestly. And I understand him. He understands me as a competitor. I know what he is on the field. I know what he is off the field. And I feel like we just click. You know what I'm saying? And I want the best for him. Obviously, whether it's making the most money in the NFL at the position or whatever that looks like. But I do want him to win.
What advice would you give him dealing with Jerry?
What are we doing? Stay positive, man. Stay positive. Your money gonna come.
CeeDee, you've played in your share of Monday night games, obviously, to this point. The added day of preparation is always a good thing, but what's the challenge of wanting to get on the field as quickly as possible, especially after the loss that you guys suffered in Denver?
You got to control your momentum, control the aggression, and I feel like everything that you felt on Sunday, you can wait until Monday. Like I feel like us as a team, it don't matter how impatient you get. It's no need to really rush that problem. There's no need to really come out here on practice and just exert all your energy that you and the frustration that you feeling from the last game, and you do it all week in practice, and then not show up on the game. I would rather you practice hard and then show up on Monday, and then we'll go from there. And I feel like that's us as a team, myself included. I'm not excluding myself, but I just feel like control the aggression, and then when we get the opportunity to go head-to-head against somebody else, unleash.
How does your personality match with George? He's very much more demonstrative, you know.
Yeah.
You kind of your alter ego, because you're more reserved and laid back. And,
Yeah. I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm going to let him do his thing. He can't do no wrong in my eyes, but he know. I tell him since day one, like, I got his back. I really do, and I believe that, and he could do no wrong in my eyes. So as far as him being a competitor, like, I told him, bring George, bring GP. Like, whatever that looks like off there in Pittsburgh and on that field, bring that here. We're gonna control the rest.
what you like about that shiesty?
Okay, look. I won a shiesty before. I've had some good wins with it, but I know that's GP thing. So we're gonna rock out.
Shotty said he thought you were at a point in your career where you were ready for a receiver to come in like that.
Yeah.
You know, sort of a co-number one or whatever. Do you agree with that? That you were kind of at a point where you were ready for help like that, so to speak?
Absolutely. See, the way that you asked this question made me feel kind of old, but we're not gonna get into that. It's I do enjoy that, man, because obviously a guy of his caliber, he's definitely a one. I look at him as a one, and his ability to go catch the ball. I learned things from him just as well as vice versa. You know, I feel like we can pity pat off that, and overall we can grow at this position together. And I mean, we only got X amount of years together, so. Or really just in this league, and it's not promised, nor is it loyal to anybody. So get as much in, put as much out, and let's do it together, and let's rock.
What do you think you teach him?
I don't know. I feel like some patience a little bit. I understand that he's anxious to get out there and be himself, and I was that. Like, I'm still that. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on my op. I'm waiting on my number to be called, and I know it could get a little antsy, but just calming him down. And I see myself obviously in him, and I hope he does in me. So just let's go out here and do it together and get right.
Has he made a play or done something that's even surprised you, knowing how good he was coming in?
Yeah, I mean, watching him every day in practice, we practice together. We doing a lot of things as far as trying new techniques, trying different ways to catch the ball. And then obviously the rack, his yards out of catch is pretty impressive. I don't know if you know or not, but it's gonna be more of that.
Thanks, CeeDee.
Appreciate y'all.
Looking at the Cardinals defense, what makes Buda Baker so special?
He flies around. A guy that flies around, him, Derwin James type guys who try to cover a lot of ground is very, dynamic on defense because they can be anywhere at any time.
One thing Clayton Adams said about Buda is that he does unpredictable things, and that's what makes it difficult. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. Like I said, he's everywhere all the time, so that's a good thing and a bad thing because, defense is all about coverages and schemes, so he can't be everywhere at once. But that's one of the things that he loves to do.
Offensively, what do you think is – there's several factors, but what do you think are one of the biggest takeaways as far as – because you guys on the road, you're averaging just over 24 points a game, but at home you're averaging over 41 points a game. What do you feel, other than home field advantage, what do you feel kind of plays into that?
I feel like bringing your own energy, definitely when we have an away game, like you said, when we're in somebody else's territory, kind of bring our own energy, bring our own juice, and then try to figure out where it goes from there. And then when we're at home, keep home, try to, never want nobody to come in and take over.
George, speaking of energy, when Shotty got here, put the ping pong table in there, kind of wanted there to be some fun elements when it's so up and down.
Yeah.
Do you find that there is still a lightness to the mood?
Oh, definitely. And then stuff like that is really built for competition. So you always compete with somebody. And I feel like that aspect that Shotty put into the team is while we're always battling back or while we're always competing.
How are you seeing guys keep it light other than ping pong?
A lot of stuff. Some guys have, their own personal games besides ping pong, but me personally, I'm a ping ponger as well, so I can only kind of relate to that.
George, you're a pending free agent here. Have you had the opportunity to really dive into the area and get to know Dallas-Fort Worth at all, from outside of just football?
No, not really. I kind of been at Frisco for the most part, just around the team, around the guys. I'll probably go to a different location, like depending on who I'm with or somewhere like that. But me personally, I don't really know much besides like Arlington when we play in Frisco.
How important is that for you?
Super important. I want to kind of get to know other stuff, like I always said, but as of right now, just knowing the basis.
Would you rather get a deal done now or wait till the offseason?
I really don't. That's kind of up to like what he want to do. All I can do is just perform at my best, to be honest. Jerry. No.
Have you had any discussions at all?
No, not so far. But like I said, me personally, I'm just trying to get a dub, trying to stack victories, trying to get us to the playoffs, win, honestly.
Having been traded once already, do you have any concerns with the trade deadline coming up about whether you'll be here after that?
No, I kind of, like I said, I kind of don't get into that stuff. I can only like be where my feet is, you know what I mean? So I kind of just stay with the guys, practice with the guys, try to do my best, put my best foot forward.
But no doubt you want to finish the season here, and you're comfortable in this group.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind, definitely.
How you get CeeDee in the shiesty?
It was actually his choice. But we always rock together.
Who was your most annoying teammate?
Annoying? Teammate? I don't think I got one, honestly. I feel like all the guys here are pretty cool to me.
It's me and him?
Yeah.
Oh, man, me and my little brother real close. We didn't grow up like that with the rest of our siblings. So it was just me and him, like here in L.A. or in L.A. So, yeah, we're real close. We're real tight.
What have you given him advice-wise over the years, whether it's football or otherwise, just about kind of as he's grown up?
Really, not like football side, like really nothing. Like, bro, that's just all him. Like, he's a beast. He's a monster out there. That's just all him. But as far as like everything else, just staying out of trouble, go to school, like do good in school, stuff like that. Yeah.
He said that essentially you being here was one of the main reasons that they thought to look here and just come by where you were after everything that went down at Bishop Montgomery. How much were you pushing for that, for him and the family to come out here?
Not much, like, because I know some of his teammates went to like other states. So I just told him if he wanted to come here, come stay with me, I guess. Yeah.
I know you were at the one game I was at. Have you been able to get to many games now with the schedule, or how much do you get to see him?
I think I've been to like 3 games, and I was going to go last week, but I forgot it was an early game because of the storm. But he was balling that game. My dad was telling me all the stats. I was like, damn. Yeah.
How about the whole family? I know you said you've got some other family around. How much do you guys get to see them and get to be together with them now?
Like my siblings?
Yeah, just like my mom, dad, everybody.
But yeah, I mean, my mom and dad. I see my dad often. He kind of like stays here now, I guess. But my older brother's at home. I don't really get to see him a lot. I got another brother. He's back in Toia, where we're from. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't really get to see them much, just my little brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
At his age right now, at 16, 17, junior year, how would you compare his style, his game to what you were doing when you were that age in Southern California?
No, he's by far way more better than me, by far. Yeah.
How come?
I don't know, just his playmaking abilities, I would say. Like, he has, I don't know how many sacks he has right now, but I remember my junior year, I think I had 6 sacks on the season, and he's probably at that right now. But yeah, he's by far better than me than where I was.
Now, size-wise, were you a little bit bigger still in high school than he was, or about the same, or where were you guys on that right now?
How tall is he? Do you know?
Probably my height. I think 6'1", 6'2".
I think he's like 6'1", maybe. I don't know. I was probably around there, but I was definitely fatter than him. Like, he's more slim for sure. He's probably like 280, 290 right now.
If you had to sum it up, what's your favorite thing about him, about George?
Like football?
No, just in general.
I feel like it has to do with football. Like I don't know. My little brother relentless, bro. Like he's not scared of nothing. He gonna go get what he want. So yeah.
Now I feel like you were kind of like that. You seem serious when you're out on the field. You seem serious in the stands, actually, when I was taking video of you. But I'll be honest. He said you got a soft side. Do you have a soft
Oh
side?
yeah,
Would
for
you
sure.
agree with that?
Yeah, because I'm really introverted, but like unless I'm around like people I really know, like my family. But yeah, that's why I look serious. I'm just introverted. Like I have like social anxiety. Like, I don't know how to talk to people. So yeah, that's why I seem serious.
And the last thing, I asked him the same question in reverse. What's something that people should know about George that you might not be able to see watching him play on Fridays or just, watching from afar?
I would say the exact same thing. He's a softy too. Like, yeah, he cares a lot about people. I feel like he's more outgoing than me, but yeah, I would say he's a big softy too.
That's all I had. Anything else you want to add about him or you guys' relationship?
Nah, man, I love my little brother, man. Yeah.